Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at something really interesting you sent in the idea of learning English while playing board games.
Yeah, it's actually a fantastic approach. We've got some material here, um, vocabulary lists, and even a little dialogue snippet.
Right, like how friends might actually sound playing.
Exactly. So our mission today is to explore that language, the words, the phrases that just naturally come up, and see how you can use this fun activity to, build your English skills.
Okay, let's get right into it then. The material starts with some key vocabulary. First one, take turns. Super common.
Oh, absolutely fundamental. It's just about the order, isn't it? Everyone gets their chance, like waiting for your go.
Makes sense.
The example given is simple. We take turns rolling the dice. It shows that back and forth.
And that leads perfectly to the next one. Roll the dice.
Yeah.
The actual action.
Yep, that moment where you shake them and throw them. The example is very direct. It's your turn to roll the dice. You hear that a lot.
Definitely. And what are you moving after you roll? Your game piece.
That's right. Could be anything, really. Like a little token, a plastic card, whatever represents you.
Yeah.
And the example phrase, move your game piece 3 spaces forward. Very clear instruction.
Okay. And then there's a bigger picture word, strategy.
Ah, yes. Strategy. That's more about your plan, your thinking behind the moves, how you intend to win.
Not just the move itself, but the why.
Exactly. The example, in chess, you need a good strategy to win. Highlights that deeper level of planning you see in some games.
But even in simpler games, right? Asking what's your strategy is interesting.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because it prompts you to explain your thinking in English. It's not just saying, I moved here.
Is the reasoning.
Right. And explaining your reasoning. Well, that's a skill you use everywhere, not just in games. Super valuable.
That's a great point. Okay, so those are some basic terms. Now, the material also gave us this little dialogue, like we're listening in on friends playing.
Yeah, let's set the scene for you. 2 friends, board game out, ready to play.
And it kicks off immediately. One friend says, okay, your turn, roll the dice.
Very natural, very direct, just how you'd prompt someone.
And the reply, all right, I got a 6. That little pause, all right, feels very real.
It does, doesn't it? Like they're actually looking down at the dice result. Adds realism.
Then the first friend says, nice, move 6 spaces forward. Bit of encouragement there.
Yeah, the nice
Yeah.
is good. And then the clear instruction.
But then, oh, a twist. The player moving says, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, Tom. I landed on the lose a turn spot.
You can almost hear the groan, that element of surprise, maybe a bit of bad luck.
And the other player's response is key for social English. Ouch, that's unlucky.
Exactly. It shows empathy, that they're paying attention to their friend's game too, not just their own. Good social glue.
Totally. And even after that setback, the player who lost a turn asks, yeah, I was doing so well. What's your strategy?
And there's that word again, popping up naturally in the flow of the game.
It does, yeah. And the other player's answer is pretty simple. I just try to avoid the penalty spots and stay ahead.
Doesn't have to be super complicated, right? Sometimes the best strategy is just, well, staying out of trouble.
So true. And they end that little snippet with, good plan. Let's keep going. This game is getting intense. Keeps the energy up.
Yeah, you feel that friendly competition.
So looking back at that dialogue, what are the big language takeaways for you, for our listener?
Well, your turn is just essential, isn't it? You hear it constantly.
Can't play without it, really. It's your turn. Time for you to act.
Precisely. And another really practical one is I landed on, like in the dialogue, I landed on the lose a turn spot.
Yeah, it tells everyone exactly where your piece stopped. Very clear. You might say, oh no, I landed on the start again.
Exactly. And that question, what's your strategy? We keep coming back to it.
Because it's so useful, right, beyond just games. Asking someone about their approach to, well, anything competitive or goal-oriented.
Absolutely. It encourages explanation. Yeah. And, the material also gave us some other handy phrases, sort of fluency builders.
Okay, yeah, let's look at those. First one. I need to roll a high number.
You'd say that when you're really hoping for a good roll, maybe to get past something or reach a goal space, depends on luck.
Makes sense. Then let's start a new round.
Pretty straightforward. Used when one game or section ends and you're all set to begin again.
And this one's interesting. This game is all about luck.
Huh. Yeah. People often say this, maybe a bit jokingly, when skill doesn't seem to matter much, and it's all down to the dice or the cards.
I've definitely said that. And here's a game-specific one. Do you want to be the banker?
Ah, Monopoly. Classic. Yeah, specific question for setting up that particular game. Shows how language ties into specific contexts.
Good example. And for card game fans, Let's shuffle the cards.
Essential setup phrase for any card game, really. Basic practical vocabulary.
So the idea here is that using these expressions helps you not just communicate during the game.
But also sound more natural, more comfortable, using English in a social setting. It's about that fluency.
Moving beyond just knowing words to actually using them smoothly.
Exactly.
And the material suggests re-listening to that dialogue snippet again, which makes sense.
Oh, definitely. Hearing the flow, the rhythm, the little reactions, it helps embed those phrases in context. You pick up more than just the words.
So putting it all together, it seems pretty clear that board games offer this really great low-pressure environment for practicing English.
Totally. You're having fun, you're mentally engaged in the game, and the language is directly tied to what's happening right in front of you.
And by actually using these phrases while you play, you're actively learning, not just passively absorbing.
Right. It makes the learning stick because it's practical and hopefully enjoyable.
And it's not just the game terms, is it? It's all the surrounding chat. The nice, the ouch, the let's keep going.
All that social interaction,
Yeah.
which is brilliant for building your conversational skills in general.
It really makes you think then, if playing board games works so well.
What other hobbies or interests that you already have could offer similar opportunities? Think about the things you enjoy doing. Could you weave English practice into those activities in a fun, natural way? Something to consider.